TONDA GOSSA. Okay, you go on.
All right.
Very important.
All right. Well, hello and welcome back to another very exciting episode of Video Ditch. Tonight we've got a number of guests with us today. And Nick, would you like to give them the intro treatment?
Absolutely. In this day and age with things being as they are, it's an understatement to say that art is undervalued in this world. People look at art and they think, what is this? Can I eat it? Can I use it? Is it something for me to consume and get on my day to day? Is it something like sunlight, like a plant where I need it to thrive and survive? No one can really quantify it or explain it. And as such, how does art link into gaming, the most important thing in the world? Are they one and the same? Are they separate? Should they be considered something even in parallel or intersecting? With this team here and their game Gnomonic, we have come to the conclusion that art is in fact real, games are in fact real, and games and art are in fact one and the same. With this brand new genre, the so-called RPG, that is to say, art role game, we've uncovered something new, exciting, and frankly amazing that if you don't play and experience, you may never truly understand what it means to ingest a piece of art. And we're very happy to have the team behind that game, NOKOGODO, here to talk about what exactly an RPG is, what mnemonic means, and why if you don't play it, you'll be a caveman named Grug banging bones and rocks together in your cave until you die of dysentery.
Exactly. I couldn't have put it better myself. We got Cody, we've got J-Spins, we got Paxman on the show with us today. All of you, thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yes, we're thrilled. Oh, an honor.
Already mentioned my favorite waterborne illness. I mean, we're off to a great start.
Off to a great start. That's right. We've got this group of artists on today's show, and we're just gonna, give them the classic video ditch treatment. Go over the games that shaped them. Talk about Gnomonic itself, and perhaps look towards the future. But I guess without further ado, let's talk about your influences. And I'm not sure how you all are going to want to answer as your
just in use. We'll all say Earthbound. 1, 2, 3.
Is it safe to assume Nintendo and those role-playing games of that era, did those play like a big, and I suppose for some this might be like super obvious, but for the audience that isn't aware, are those titles like super impactful or meaningful to you guys?
I'd say yes. Yeah. I presume it's the same for the rest of the group too. I think I don't know, I think some of the most important games to me were like, I really loved Ocarina of Time. I really loved Earthbound, even though I found out about it later. A lot of stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of Nintendo really for me. Yeah, for sure.
You could feel that DNA like immediately when it's like, oh, the OK command is circle.
Yes.
It's not cross.
That's secret. We changed that like a month ago, and I'm not used to it yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it just felt so natural. It felt like it just woven into the game's identity.
Yeah. Very, very Square-esque. Very fancy.
How presumptuous of me. Yeah. Excuse me. Well, okay. And what about those titles and that era of gaming, I suppose, appeal to you? Whether as a gamer or as an artist? And anyone, if you could answer this question.
Yeah.
at least for me, what appealed to me the most was kind of the design sensibilities of fun being first and foremost, I guess. Whether you find fun in the story aspect or you find fun in the gameplay or in the visuals, having a bunch of different places you can find that fun, I think, was important to me at least.
Totally.
Yeah, fun is really important for sure. Yeah.
I hate fun.
Oh shit. Hot take.
Paxman rounds us all out.
That's
plays
good.
Rogue.
Yeah.
Machine code.
Yeah, I'm just silently laughing because I never played Earthbound until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You what?
And
This guy
I
same with like
Yeah.
Ocarina was like 2 or 3 years ago the first time I played it. I don't know if you guys remember me playing those.
I
I don't
remember
remember
that.
you playing Ocarina. Oh wait, yeah,
Okay.
I do. Oh my god. Oh, Pax, you're so right.
I
Oh
still
my
haven't
God.
played Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
You're not
I'm
missing out.
Zelda
Some of the
nerd over
formative
here.
text.
Just play Majora's Mask. It's like Ocarina of Time, but way cooler.
It's true. It's
Heard
true,
that.
sadly.
Right, but it's not so much the specific titles. It's more that era's sensibilities. I feel that we're talking about here. Yeah, it was a more innocent time. I feel, especially I was talking about this with a guest ages ago, but we were talking about how entertainment is like the crossroads of art and commerce. And I feel like that's exacerbated even today, even more so today. And I think it's what makes projects like Gnomonic so important, because it just feels so human. But before getting too far into it, what are some other formative titles or even consoles for you guys?
I mean, I didn't really have like the Nintendo background actually.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Until like I did eventually. But I started out with like PS1 and PS2.
Nice.
So formative titles for me were like Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, Dragon Quest 8 is Cursed King, I think.
And
then I got like a Game Boy, and I got like old Mario, Final Fantasy, Link to the Past ports and all that stuff, and got really into it.
Wonderful. Okay.
But I still wish there was 3D platformers from Sony. Astrobot was like, I really loved Astrobot, for example, recently.
I wish they would bring Jak and Daxter back. I wish Naughty Dog would forget about the cinematic.
Yes, I would love to see Jak struggling with his dark eco addiction. What a wonderful story.
I suppose so. But okay, yeah, right on. Lost my train of thought.
I'd like to mention one actually.
Yeah.
So,
please.
Well, this is a pretty, for anybody that's been following all of the Mother stuff that I've done. I mean, it might be clear, but I love Mother 3. Mother 3 is my favorite game of all time, and not just for the gameplay aspects. I don't know if it's so strong in terms of its gameplay and as much as it's strong in terms of its writing, and the writing in Mother 3 and the way it was localized by Clyde Mandelin and the team who did the localization is probably the most impactful thing for me. So I figured I'd mention that.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, right on. And I suppose before I get completely carried away, would you guys like to explain who you guys are and your role on the game?
Oh, yeah.
Please introduce yourselves. Yeah.
So
Cody
yeah. Okay. I'm Cody Noko, or just Cody. I am the director of the game and the lead writer for the game. But Paxman also wrote some stuff too. So I also did programming also on it, but I was mostly helping Paxman do a lot of the stuff that he was planning out, the programming stuff. I originally programmed a lot of the first versions of the game before it was transformed into what it is now. So I did a lot of different stuff. I also do all the porting for the game to other consoles. So
okay, right on.
And then Pax, you first.
Same time.
Same time. Okay,
Same
so
time.
Go for it. Hey, we're not doing this. Go ahead.
Okay,
I did programming.
Oh my god! We have too big of a mind. Paxton, you go first.
Okay, I did most of the programming and design of the combat system and like collectibles and items you use in the combat. I also did art for the UI, the iconography for like different items, and art for the bullets in the battles, the attacks.
Yeah. Right on.
And then pretty much all of the other art you see is mine. I'm JSpins, and I do all of the watercolor stuff and most of the pixel art characters. And I design the characters, about 99% of them. So I have a lot of fun with the art.
Yeah, we could tell.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no.
I
Joyous
love making
stuff.
it so much.
It translates.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, no. Okay, very cool. Cody, you mentioned the localization of Mother 3 was like really important as to why like it stuck with you. Like what qualities there specifically? Was it the humor of it?
It was kind of a combination of a lot of different stuff. It was the humor. It was the way that the story was structured in terms of the different characters' perspectives that you're given in the story too. And it was also the way that the story played out and how it held on to certain story beats throughout. And I think one of the most impactful parts of it, when I played the game pretty soon after it was localized, when I was like 10, when I figured out that was like the first game I ever played on an emulator.
Right on.
And so when I played it then, it really made me realize how much work goes into games too, and so that also impacted me and impacted how I really think about writing in games, and especially writing in games that come from other countries like Japan, and that got me interested in localizations and translation also. Yeah, so it really affected me in a lot of different ways.
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
not even just so much the game on the surface level, but all the work that was behind it, and how the work of the fan translation got to me to play it.
That's super cool, being interested in the process like that.
Yeah, so with these interests in these things, and I would say Mother 3 being the glue that seems to be holding it all together, or maybe getting you guys all in a group, what exactly formed the group NOKOGODO?
So pretty much we started working on Gnomonic. It was Jaspins and I at first. And we started working on it back in 2019.
Yeah.
And it was for actually a school research project in college. It was supposed to be kind of an exploration of power dynamics between a player and characters in a game. And so Gnomonic was going to be a part of that. And we started NOKOGODO as a way to, have a company that was the one making the game, that we all co-owned. Anybody that would be a part of it would be a part of this worker cooperative. So the the name NOKOGODO actually came from, I used to go by the name NOKOLO, which was actually Noko localizations was supposed to be what it was. It kind of stopped being that after a while because I stopped doing so many translation things. I used to translate a lot of articles from Masahiro Sakurai that were posted online back when he used to write them in Famitsu, but he started making videos instead.
Got taken over by that Toby guy.
So Noko, it actually means like leftovers in Japanese. It's to be left over. Nokoru is to be left over. So Noko localizations was supposed to be leftover localizations, and now NOKOGODO is like the leftover company. So we work on the games nobody else wants to make, is kind of the or nobody else can make, I guess, is kind of the idea. So that's how NOKOGODO kind of began, and it actually. Quick side note, it actually kind of spurred it into the Mother Forever thing, and that kind of became its own thing because in that same research project that we formed NOKOGODO for, I started looking into research about game development and found out about all this Earthbound 64 stuff. And then from that Earthbound 64 stuff, a bunch of people were like, oh, we should post this on a website. And then a bunch of us made a website for it, and that was Mother Forever.
It just snowballed, yeah.
So because of Gnomonic and NOKOGODO, Mother Forever happened, actually, because of it. So it's interesting, that how that all kind of is connected. But because Mother Forever happened, NOKOGODO was kind of put on the back burner for a little bit. So we were working on Gnomonic for a while, but it was kind of hard to get it to a point where it was like a very functional or fun game. We made Sun Shower. Eventually, and then finished that game, which was a lot smaller. And then eventually, Paxman. He, Paxman and I have been friends for many years. We've been friends since like middle school. But he wasn't really free enough to work on anything until around the time. Around like 2023, I think was when it was. And at that point, he came on the team and looked at all my programming and was like, okay, we should fix this. And
I see.
Yeah.
The dynamics are being painted. Yeah. The picture is being painted for me.
And so he came on the team. We made a more functional prototype with his more clear ideas for a battle system. And from there, NOKOGODO became the NOKOGODO that it kind of is now.
The complete package,
Yeah. Formation. I love that. Very cool. So you said you've been working on it since 2019, and then up till now. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Been a long time coming.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, okay. I suppose before we get into, Gnomonic itself, Nick always likes to ask every guest, what your gamer philosophy is, whatever that
Yes.
means to you. Yes. Each of you
What
could explain
matters.
it, or if one of you wants to just
Yes.
represent the company's ethos. in a
Please be
statement.
as in depth as you
It's-
like, or a single word answer if you got a really good
Mhm.
word.
Yeah, but
Anywhere
it is
between
on the
those.
record. Yes.
I mean, I think it would probably have to be fun, like making fun games. That's probably the most important thing,
The
I think.
imperative. Yeah.
If it's not
Yeah.
fun, why bother, right?
Fair enough. All right. Well, beautiful. Then yeah, let's get into mnemonic. Unless we have any other burning questions about the past or anything you want to say. Like, this is actually one of my favorite influences. I need to share this with everyone.
Oh, actually, I forgot to say this. Zwick, please splice this in the beginning. TONDA GOSSA. Okay, we can go on.
All right.
Very important.
Beautiful. All right, mnemonic. I mean, we briefly spoke upon it, but for those that don't know, what is it? What is this self-proclaimed art PG?
Gnomonic is an RPG where you can explore worlds that were watercolored, and you can use shadows in the overworld to solve puzzles and find out new things about the world, and have battles with a system that uses lanes and projectiles, and in a active battle system that's not really been done in this way before.
It's certainly unique. I was like not wrapping my head around it for the first
Yeah.
few battles, but I got
Sounds
it.
like
I actually got it. What were you gonna say, Nick?
it's like a tower defense gunslinging RPG. It's very exciting. I enjoyed playing it. I like killing things in it very much.
I guess yeah,
Delightful.
with the battle system, and you mentioned kind of that it had changed more when Paxton came on. What was it like originally before the
Yeah.
the three
Was
lane
ever
or
any-
multi-lane system?
Any point where it's basically just the RPG Maker XP kind of default battle system.
No, it was never intended to be like a turn-based game. No, it was always going to be an active kind of system. Well, actually, that's not true. It was going to be turn-based, but not in that same kind of way. If I could compare it to anything, though, the one game that is most similar to it in battle system that came out really recently is actually Pokemon Legends ZA. That was actually the most similar to how it was going to be. It was turn-based, but you could move around the fields to kind of coordinate your
okay.
attacks. But that was way too big of a scope for the battle system
Very
for what was only a two-person team at that time.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy shit.
So
Yeah.
we decided against that, and also because we weren't really sure if it would be super fun for us to make either. So
Yeah.
once Paxman came on, this new battle system became a lot more interesting and fun for us to make. So that's what we went with.
Okay, right on. And when did before this, had you had any experience with programming or anything like that, or was this like your first foray into it?
Well, for me, it was basically like it was not the first time I had programmed a game, because before this I had actually programmed a few visual novel games for like poetry classes, which sounds weird, but
That
they were-
sounds sick as
yeah,
fuck, actually.
yeah, I
That
made
says A+.
so
Just
yeah,
creativity alone.
I made visual novels for my poetry classes, and that's kind of the start of me making games. And then I
that's
started messing with Game Maker after that.
Yeah. Okay. Did you ever consider any other engines, or was it like, I'm just gonna stick with this?
The reason I decided it at first was not really that smart of an idea, and it was basically just because, I could port this to everything super easily. I'm just going to use this one, and that was pretty much the long and short of it. There wasn't really any other consideration in that. Also,
Yeah.
because it was easy to make 2D games with it, so I guess those two. But that was about it. I didn't really think about it all that hard.
Narrowly missed making a mnemonic in Unreal 5, I guess. Would that have been something?
AAA Gnomonic.
Yeah.
Wait, mnemonic, yeah. Ray tracing
Blistering.
on.
15 frames per second.
Oh, man.
Late in base battles.
Jay Spins, how's the experience of translating your art from, page to screen. How has that been?
Oh, that has been quite a journey.
Yeah, I'm
It was,
sure.
yeah, it was actually very difficult at first because like I'd never done it. I'd done lots of art. I had just started to figure out digital art, but all I had was like a laptop that would like flip over and you could draw on the screen, but it wasn't really a tablet.
Yeah.
So going
Wow.
from all physical art to learning digital and learning how to translate both was it took a lot of refinement, I would say. We had a scanner, but it wasn't that good, so we realized we had to get a better scanner and how to draw things to make them easy to then cut out after being scanned so that they could function properly in the game was also
like
something.
assets in the game.
Yeah, because at first I wasn't thinking about it in that way, even though I had made some things on like Scratch before, like really tiny little games, and I had made a really tiny one in Unity before, but I wasn't thinking of it the same way because it was watercolor. So I was thinking of it like this is the painting that I'm making instead of I have to make assets. So when I finally figured that out, it was a lot easier. And I got a really nice tablet eventually. And so once those two things kind of came into the picture, it was a lot easier. And now I've got
a lot smoother.
Yeah. And now it's like totally down pat, but it did take a lot of trial and error. Yeah. So it was very interesting.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pax, how was it for you coming later into the development and then kind of overhauling or remaking this existing project and taking this programming lead role?
I mean, I think even Cody has described it as the game basically completely restarted at that time.
Yeah.
So it was mostly because this is a little in the weeds, but I have a lot of experience with web programming, with JavaScript, CSS, HTML, and I've made little games like for the web before.
Oh yeah, please.
And GameMaker,
tell us about it. Yeah.
GameMaker is basically JavaScript, so it was very natural. I just had to learn some of the details. And then it was mostly just fixing what Cody broke.
Yeah, pretty much.
I see. All right. And then you guys retooled the battle system together, or was that mostly Cody's idea?
I think I pointed out, because Cody was pitching, like, here's what the battle system is going to look like. And I was like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or, like, I frequently, I'm very good at interrogating someone's idea. So I'll just ask questions until they realize that there's a problem with it, or until they solve the problem with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good friend.
Problem killing the darlings, as they say.
Yeah. You're ensuring that your friends have something with legs to stand on. I think
you got the bloody knife in your hands.
Pax keeps us grounded for sure.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. The final product is still something that I feel is very, very lofty and dreamlike. So that's good. I can only imagine what it was before.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get too fixated on the battle system. I suppose any further questions about it, Nick?
The battle system itself?
Yeah. I have one regarding, I suppose, just because at the end of the demo you have that rhythm kind of game section.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was like, originally where the idea stemmed from, but does not seem to be the case.
Yeah, it was kind of backwards engineered.
Yeah.
In that it just fit.
It could work.
Yeah.
Basically.
Totally. Yeah. That's cool.
Because I think the original pit, I think the idea, and I don't think we have evidence to support this, but I think it was, I think I brought up Dragon Quest Rocket Slime, which was a DS game.
Yeah. It's a fantastic game.
And in that game, there's one of us. The system there's kind of 2 lanes and you kind of shoot stuff. There's like a whole other game going on the other screen, but expanding on that idea of just having projectiles that interact with each other on the lanes and collide and everything is kind of what started it. And then it expanded a lot.
That makes sense. One of the greatest games on the DS, of course. Of course, the breeding grounds for wonderful new ideas. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, but aside that, so the three of you got the ideas, you've got the asset creation, you've got the gameplay itself. And how was it after the restarting, actually getting it to the point where Gnomonic is at now? Was it pretty painless after going through the initial prototyping phase? Were there any difficulties that came up with that?
Well, I mean, we kind of we sent out some early versions of the battle system to people to try and kind of feel out what they liked and what they didn't like, and then just kind of built on it from there. And I'd say it was pretty smooth from there. I mean, I don't think there was really anything that was really got us hung up after that.
I think the thing that hung me up the most was like the most niche interactions, like super duper edge cases.
That's true.
With specifically the pulse bullet, which I don't know if it's even referred to that in the game anywhere at all, but it's the electric thing that jumps
wire
between the lanes.
Oh, the enemy bullet thing. Yeah.
So that, I think like 3 weeks, I was like thinking about it and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And I rewrote it like 4 times. I think that's the thing that I can think of that was the most difficult. Also, the camera, I think, was fairly tricky.
Yeah, the camera was
Still
tricky.
a little janky in some places.
Really?
And there's still stuff that we haven't figured out, to be fair.
Yeah.
Totally. Fair enough.
We're still learning.
I laughed when Cody said it's so easy to port, because most recently when we looked at it on the Switch, there were some crazy visual bugs.
Insane artifacts going on. Yeah.
It was at least easy to port Sun Shower. Gotta work on it more for this one.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. Worry about it when you're done.
The joys of game dev. Yeah. Right on.
Run through Proton. It'll work or something.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Was it always like from the initial concept you wanted to do the mixed media? We're gonna do pixel art here and then, hand drawn here and then watercolor here. Was that always part of the concept, I suppose?
I'd say so. Yeah, I think even from the earliest stuff that we have, it was always pixel art on watercolor, just straight from the beginning, because watercolor has always been my favorite medium to work with. And I'd been learning pixel art for like a little while at that point, and starting to get better at it. And I've grown a lot from then. But I just thought it would really pop off of the paper, and I thought it'd be really neat to mix them in. And then there's other sections where like a couple things are made out of clay, and like later things might be made out of like other fabrics and stuff. We have some good ideas that we'd like to implement further, but there's some little sprinkles of it in the demo. I just think it's really cool. I don't know, to have a bunch of different mediums in there. That's always been something I wanted to do. Yeah, we tested felt at one point, and it might be returning. That's all I'll say. You never know. I would like to get it in there somewhere for sure. So
keep your eyes peeled. The secret felt engine.
You never know.
It could happen. Yeah, nice little needle felted piece of stuff, maybe shoot bullets out.
Oh, see, I would love that. Yeah, like everything that I could add would be really nice. And of course, there's some things I'm not like I might not be able to get like acrylic paint or something like that in there, because I'm not super good at that. But I anything that I could that I think will look fine is always fun to add in there for sure.
Game. Totally.
This is actually giving me ideas. I know how to knit. I should put some knitting.
There you go.
Just make a whole Jackson Pollock world while you're at it. Just like horrifying splatter.
See,
There you go. Yeah. All right. Why do you guys think a video game is the best medium for this narrative that you want to deliver?
Well, a lot of people will notice this when they start playing the game, and the game is interacting with its player at many points. There may be a few layers to that, but that's not something that's possible in any other medium. So that's why
you gotta choose your own adventure book. Tells me to do something at the bottom.
I suppose.
And that told me I died.
I think even those would kind of qualify as a game too. I don't know. It's tough to say.
You're examining these questions through the game, though. Totally.
I like to call it a physical novel. It's like a visual novel, but you can touch it.
So please, Cody.
Yes. That's why. That's always why I had thought of the story as a game. Yeah.
Okay, just that relationality between the characters and then
the
person
player,
controlling. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. I suppose without spoiling anything, or if you want to just spoil everything, remove all intrigue from your game for us. And
Yeah,
just,
how does it end? Let's just get to the chase, whatever.
Well, so
but I suppose
When his ego win.
with the narrative, it just feels very like prescient, like in 2026 and the age of AI, but to be having starting working on it as early as 2019, how do you feel about its themes just becoming like more and more reinforced as development has gone on? How does that make you feel about the game?
Yeah, that was it is pretty. I don't really know how else to really. I don't know how to describe it really. I mean, it was always meant to be that way, and it's just. I just find it interesting that a lot of discussions have been had about art more recently. I'm glad that people are having those kinds of discussions and thinking about art more as something more than just a consumable. So I think it's good to have those discussions.
Certainly, yeah.
Should we put art in the game as a consumable item?
Good idea.
We should do that.
Yeah, and if you don't use it, you get a reward at the end of the game.
There you go. Yeah, that's how you get the bad ending. Just use it. Immediately, he just comes down from the moon. He's like, "I told you so. I told you it's consumable." Yeah, listen.
But yeah, I mean, I think with everything going on now, I've always extremely valued artists, as I also am one. But in this day and age, it's just everybody that makes something and everybody that posts it and shares it, makes a game, makes a painting, makes a drawing, and they do it themselves and they share it out in the world. Like even now, it just inspires me so much. It's just like we're just gonna keep making art forever. It's never gonna stop. It makes me really happy, despite it all, despite the scary stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I also would like to say that I think it's also good that a lot of more people are examining the relationships between artist and art too, and I think it's important to do so, and I think it's helps everybody when they consider the artist behind something that is made.
Yeah.
Whether that's a game or anything else, but I mean, I always think about it whenever I play games, so that's
interesting
into the story. So
yeah, you think about like the unseen presence of the developer kind of like guiding you through the the journey as it is.
Yeah, I can't turn that off, that analysis.
Oh, me? Oh,
yeah, I'm the same way.
It's true, though. I mean, I think that's the one kind of big failing, unfortunately, or perceived failing with a lot of people who like video games, is that they don't really have that level of care for the people making them. There's big names, there's Hideo Kojima, there's Suda51, there's Swery65, but outside of them, I think we had a previous guest, Lexa, who was saying that games are the only medium where if you really like a game, instead of being like, oh, I'm going to see the guy who made this, I'm going to see what else they made. I feel like I would like it because I like their perspective and I like what they do. They'll say, wow, I really like that game. I wonder if someone completely different who has no relation to this creator has made something that's kind of similar that I can get to just kind of try and recapture that feeling I got playing it the first time. It's a little bizarre when you look at it,
Yeah.
It's kind of like seeing The Godfather and being like, wow, crazy. I think I will now watch Mafia Boys 3. Like, what? Why did you do
that? Yeah. Okay. And then with Gnomonic, you guys have a Kickstarter going on. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah. So the Kickstarter is going to fund the rest of developments, at least the expenses that as it comes to a lot of the music. That's one of the biggest expenses because I mean all three of us have been kind of just working without any compensation now. We all co-own the company, so we all are just working as it is, and we'll split it when it's done. But the if it's funded more than that, we can work on it more and lend more time to it. So if you would like to get the game faster and probably even have an even higher quality game too, you definitely back it on Kickstarter so we can get you the awesome version of Gnomonic. We'll have some great stretch goals that you can see on the page and stuff too, and some really cool rewards that you can also find on the page.
Beautiful. Yeah. And we'll link that down below, of course.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Of
course,
For
yeah.
the brainily minded listeners who are hearing that and thinking like, why should I give my money? What even is an RPG anyways? What is this even all about? What is this? Huh? For those cynics, what would you tell them? What is this new genre, this new thing that you're all creating with Mnemonic?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a new genre, but
I'll
it's
say it. It's
definitely it's definitely a fun take on the RPG genre. That's if you have any curiosities about it, I'd recommend that you try it for yourself and see what you think. The demo is free and available on Steam and itch.io right now.
It is. And I will say, yeah, if you try it and you feel no sense of surprise or enjoyment playing it, I don't know why you even listen to this show. Frankly, I don't know why you're here. But yeah, going on from that with Mnemonic, with the demo and with the game that you are currently developing, the full game, what do you want people to feel as they're playing? What sort of emotion or reaction would you like to elicit through playing Mnemonic?
I mean, like I said before, I think I just like people to have fun while they play. I mean, whether they find, I think I said this earlier, whether they find the fun in the story or the gameplay or the art, I'd like them to have fun while they play.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. Very singular. I love it. But a noble one at that. All right. And then I suppose, well, is it jumping the gun to ask what would you like players to walk away with the game from? Like, aside from fun, I suppose.
If someone didn't have any fun at all, but they're like, I still want to recommend it. It's still stuck with me. Why do you think that would be?
It's tough to say what they might walk away with after the full game, but after this demo, I think having them walk away with a sense of probably wanting to learn more about the story and what they just played, and maybe also thinking more about the stuff they experience in the future.
The intrigue is there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Put a hunger in you.
I guess with the demo, and you don't have to, we don't have to, disclose this if you don't want to, but I'm curious about like the secrets in there, because I feel like I explored a bit and got some some stuff and what are they, dials? Some extra dials.
Stuff, dials, specials.
It made me feel good. I was like, I wonder if this is just like everyone gets this, or if I'm actually going off the beaten path. Do you feel like you've hidden anything particularly like too well within the game or the demo, or just like at any point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I love that. You're thinking like 5 years, like, yeah, people still haven't found an Easter egg.
I don't know if it'll be that long, but maybe.
There is some stuff that, despite me making a lot of art for it and testing it several times, that I have seen after years and gone, how long has that been in there for? So they have definitely hit some things very well.
All right. Well, very good. Very good. Well, Nick, any more questions about the game? As you turn extremely red.
I'm just so mad that no one's playing this game. I'm changing. No, I don't know why. I don't know why that's happening. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of secrets, I did find something real quick. The little crying snake, little Tsuchinoko, not Tsuchinoko, but I can't remember his name. The teardrop creature.
Squonk.
That's
Squonk. Yes, found him.
the real mythical creature.
You also found him? Damn. I thought I was special.
Yeah, bitch, I got you.
Damn it. Well, never mind. I was going to say, has anyone ever found him? But I guess I'm an idiot.
It's just us two, actually. Yeah.
As far as I know, it is. To be fair.
Well, in that case, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I ignored all the presents. I didn't realize it would get such a strong emotional reaction out of him, but I'm glad it did.
Yeah.
It gets very sad.
Yeah, then you kill him. It's awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I will
Sad little guy.
Yeah, looking to the future, I will say that the player character within the game, I don't, not to give anything away, don't particularly trust them. There seems to be something off about them, I will say.
Which one? Which of the player characters?
The cracked porcelain figure.
Yes. Some of those lore bits in the castle were making me, question who am I? But I guess we'll find out in the game. But I suppose with that, do you have a projected release date or release window? You mentioned your workflow is kind of, not super easy to manage. Not as like a pejorative. I don't mean that, but with that, do you have a projected release date or window?
Well, the workflow was less easy to manage a few years ago, but now we've pretty much got a groove down for it. I mean, we really got the demo done after we all started working on it consistently pretty quickly, I would say. But I think the estimated window for it for now is going to be in 2028 for the full game.
Right. Wow. Do you foresee any big changes within the scale or scope, or are you pretty locked in right now? And it's just
locked in.
All right. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Because we've spoken to many developers where they talk about just the scope creep and how that affects the development cycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like 95%, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think since we did so much, there was so much learning and growing in the past couple of years before we really figured out our exact flow. I think now we've really got it down to a T for sure.
Beautiful.
Locked in. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I always like to ask our guests, when you're not developing games, what are you guys playing right now?
Yeah, what's interesting?
If anything, do you have time to do so?
The latest RPG Direct, perhaps, or upcoming. Either one, if you're allowed to even share that.
Well, I've been playing. I've been mostly playing Pokemon Champions that recently came out. And the reason I've been playing that is I used to compete a lot in the Pokemon Championships back when it was starting up. So it's kind of nostalgic for me to go back and play it now.
That's fun,
the competitive, and I'll play Pokemon Showdown too. Still now and again, even though I don't really play the main games that much. But yeah, I'd say that's the one game I've been playing a lot of right now. And when it comes to other kinds of games I've been playing, I was playing Blueprints a little bit when it came out on the Switch recently, not too long ago. And I was also playing some Tomodachi Life pretty recently.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Cheese
a hamster, you make them eat it, and then they say they love it. It's great.
Right on. What about you, J Spins or Pax? What about you?
I've been playing a lot of Tomodachi Life also. And then before that, I was playing a lot of Pokopia, which I really enjoyed. I'd say, let's see, what else have I played recently? I know one of the bigger games I spent a lot of time on, last year was Death Stranding 2. I finally got around to playing that.
Yeah. I do. That was kind of part of a follow-up question I have for all of you. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
So yeah, a bunch of that kind of stuff.
On,
a little bit here, a little bit there.
And then Pax, what about you? What do you like to play in your time?
I just got Pokopia. It was my the demo's done. I'm going to get a game for myself. Game.
Yay!
Yeah.
We'll see you in a month or two.
Yeah.
And Slay the Spire too. I think if you have an ability to stretch, you could see Slay the Spire's influence and games like it, like deck builders.
Okay, yeah.
Gnomonic.
I can see that.
Just 2 days ago I finished A10 on everyone. So I played a lot of Slay the Spire too.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you all, what was the last kind of games as art experience you've had or you can remember? Because it's such a wonderful medium. And you mentioned Death Stranding 2. I'm not sure if that landed as, something artful for you.
Oh my God. No, that so I mentioned Ocarina of Time earlier. For a very long time, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask were basically tied as my favorite game. And I played Death Stranding 2, and I turned to Cody and I was like, dude, I think this might be beating out my favorite games of all time. It landed so hard for me. It's definitely one of my favorite games of all time. I
need to get around to it.
Yeah, it was just such an experience, and it's so interesting. The storytelling in it, and it's just I can't even describe it really. Yeah, you really.
I'm playing through the first one. Right? I'm replaying the first one. It's I got to finish this because I didn't finish it the first time around. So it's just I want to play the sequel. But
I'm not gonna lie. I played the sequel before playing the first one. So
I understand. I understand. I was too excited. Yeah, fair enough. But if it landed that hard, even without the context of the first one, yeah, that's very exciting.
Yeah, it was just so good. The message of the story really, really hit me. Yeah.
Do
it's
Kojima's
a
works typically resonate with you like that, or
that
are you
was
not
a
a big
surprising thing. I hadn't played any of the Solid Snake games before. I know of Solid Snake, and I
Solid
I know
Snake.
the Solid Snake.
Yeah.
You can tell immediately. Yeah, I haven't played any Metal Gear, but I know that people have always been like, oh, these games are really super impactful, and so I've been meaning to get around to them. But like, I've never heard people stop talking about Death Stranding. Cody was like, I want to try out Death Stranding too, because he, it's like, I'm gonna pick it up, and then I couldn't put it down.
I love that. I love that. Hell yeah.
Nice.
So normally I hadn't really played I've heard some of the sentiments of the other games, and I will say they are pretty good. Yeah, but I never before played through one myself fully, so it was interesting for it to resonate so deeply with me.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Beautiful game overall, for sure.
Right. Cody, what about you?
Yeah. Well, if I had to pick one, and it kind of came out a couple years ago now, but I still think about it a lot. It's Starstruck Hands of Time.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah, I have to shout it. I have to shout it out. Max's game.
Nick thinks
underrated
it's
game,
the most
ever
underrated
made.
game ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
there's an artful game as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I really do think that inspired me a lot when I was working on.
I love that.
Gnomonic. That's probably, I would say that might be one of the biggest inspirations. Honestly, it really is it was really a really awesome game, and
I can see it now. Actually,
I still think
about it. You guys are on the same wavelength. Yeah. With the message, I'm kind of sensing from the game. Yeah, no, we'll clip it. Everyone's screaming.
I've told him that before, so he knows. But
I love the indie game community so much.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
But I have to give a shout out to that one and just mention that because it really was super impactful for me, and I love that game. So yeah,
awesome.
I know this is a mnemonic episode, but for anyone listening who's not played Starstruck: The Hands of Time, play that immediately.
Please.
If you know me,
please play it.
If we're friends, if we're like really good friends, maybe I'll buy you a copy if you really just can't afford it. But if you can afford it and you haven't bought it yet, you're sickening to me. You disgust me. You got to get your hands on it. You'll love it. Anyways, Paxman.
I think the most recent game that's really resonated with me is very like artful, is probably in a different way than most, because most of the time it's really easy to be like,
I think it's great.
This game is art because of the music, the visuals, or whatever. But it's UFO 50 really resonated with me as artful in design. And
I love this answer. Yeah.
The principles of like game design and the way to unravel, like, because I don't know, like the premise of UFO 50 is that there are 50 games.
Yeah, this like fictional
it's just a collection of old games, but the way it wraps everything together and the way all of the individual games work just really struck a chord with me as like as a designer, as a game designer specifically.
Cool,
this is an incredible feat.
Yes, and something else, another story that can only be told through video games. Another very impressive, very unique narrative.
And like a mechanical competence that you can't really feel in other mediums, through design. Totally. Very cool. All right. And I suppose before
the film equivalent of Barbuta would be, I have no idea.
Before we move on to our community Q&A, any words of wisdom for prospective game devs or artists from any of you?
Start.
Yep, I was going to say that.
Yeah, make something.
Beautiful advice.
For sure.
Yeah, baby.
Easier than you think. The harder parts, it'll be obvious when the harder parts show up, but the start is easier than you think.
Yes.
Yeah. Like even if it's something small, even if it's something on Scratch, or you make something small in Unity or Game Maker, like just do it. It's so worth it, and it's so fun too.
It's true.
Fantastic.
Well, beautiful. Beautifully put. Yeah.
A Newgrounds spirit, make a nice 30-second flash game, whatever.
Yeah.
Back in time and learn ActionScript 3. I don't know. Do something.
Right. And now, everyone's favorite part of the episode,
the
community Q&A from one of our beautiful Video Ditch community. Thank you guys so much.
I'm going to put the community Q&A timestamp there in the Hands of Time recommendations.
Exactly. Shall I take this one to start?
The Kim question? I think they'll love it.
Yeah. Coming in hot from Kim Jong Skill. He asks, "Have you ever been gnomed? And if so, how was it?"
I think it depends on how you look at the question. So I call working on Gnomonic gnomoning out. So like if that counts, I'd say like kind of constantly gnomoning out.
I'm
you
getting
know?
gnomed constantly over here.
I'm gnomoning out constantly.
I see. And if so, how is that?
I love working on the game, so I'm having a
Beautiful.
great time.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say if it's a gnome in the sense of like a gnomon all the time, as in if it's just a garden gnome, once in a while.
Okay. All right.
Pass.
Garden Gnome, it'll be in the game. I'll confirm it right now, exclusively. Garden Gnome will be in the game
Whoa!
as a
I
usable.
just dropped something in the chat. If you guys want to take a look at that.
What is this?
Oh.
We'll take a quick break. Quick sidebar to this fucking thing.
Oh my
wow.
god!
I've just been
forgot
gnomed
about
again.
that.
And how was it?
No.
How was this?
Stupidest thing in the world.
It's been a
Kinda
while,
delightful,
honestly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quite the throwback.
All right. Yeah, if we could just throw that up there, Zwick, and not get copyright struck, that'd be
It's
great.
fine.
It would be
Fine.
crazy if the You Got Gnomed guy is going around.
Oh, you know
copyright
what?
striking.
You gotta get some eyes on it. It's the amazing legal battle
There we
between
go.
Yeah.
Video Edition, the You Got Gnomes guy.
Wonderful.
Yeah, from
Oh, you
from
get real
Noldrum.
questions. Yeah.
yes. What are the best improvements to Mnemonic's gameplay in your opinion? Been interested in this game since the first Mother Direct, so I really want to know this one, he says.
Well, so I kind of mentioned it already earlier, but the battle system is way better now and actually like functional as a game. But the overworld mechanics were always kind of supposed to be the way they are. We definitely added more to it for later in the game, but for this demo part, the overworld mechanics are pretty much the same as they were going to be in that our first version. And also, thank you to this person for recognizing and being interested in the game for so long. That's
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Thank
Noldrum's
you
an
so much.
OG.
It means a
That's-
lot.
If you saw it all the way back in 2020, you've been watching it for a while. So thank you so much.
Changed a lot.
And his question B is, Mnemonic has a really good soundtrack, but what's your favorite tracks from the demo?
Ooh, that's tricky. I'd say kind of have two. And I think Cody might agree with me on some of them. Gnomonic Sweat is just really,
yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really good. It's crazy how good it came out, and it's such a like so many people worked on it together. It's just really a true feat of artists coming together to make something
Love that.
really, really special.
Yeah.
But besides that, also the ego song, the one that plays in the overworld in the first area, I really love that one a lot too.
Nice. Very good.
I think
Yeah,
I agree with the Ego song.
Mm-mm.
Might be exposure therapy, though.
You've been there a lot.
I've
Yeah.
been there a lot.
Oh,
Very good.
and Rutabaga and Bats theme also I love a lot.
Go.
Yeah, I would agree with Jay Spins on Mnemonic Sweats. I really love that song, and it was
Yeah.
based on a song that I already really liked. So
I saw that in the
still
credits.
like it.
Yeah.
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 It's the song was by the original song was by a local band in our area that isn't a band anymore, but it was back in like 2014.
Tale as old as
So,
time. Yeah.
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 Back when I was in like high school, they were a band.
Mhm.
So I love
that's
that
so cool
song.
that it lives on through your game though. That's like
Yeah.
such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I'm
Crazy.
glad that it does. And
Mhm.
I also really like the boss theme in the game too for the boss of the demo.
Ah, yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. From DDD Pizza on.
Take it away.
Yeah. Which Nomo creature should get the most fan art?
Who's the most deserving?
Who's the
I
most
like the
deserving?
term. I really like the term
A
Nomo
Nomo
creature.
He's a
it's
big
so
creature
tricky.
guy. He enjoys his creatures.
Sick.
Sounds like somebody who's really quickly trying to make sure you know that they're not homo.
And they're Nomo.
Yeah. They're
Oh my
talking really
God.
quick. It's really important to them that you know.
Yeah, they're tripping
love
over
Nomo.
themselves to say it.
Hmm. I'm biased. I love all my little guys. So that's kind of a hard pick.
Who's the most marketable plushie, though? You know, like,
Okay, so
Yeah.
so that's where it differentiates. I think the most marketable as a
Oh, here we
plushie
go.
would be the Kushinoko, because it's literally just
Ah.
like a plushy little creature guy,
Yeah.
like with a blankie, and he's so cute. And I do think he would be very plushy.
Mhm.
But I think Giri has is gonna have like a lot of canonical outfit changes, and I think that's gonna be really interesting. So I think it would also be cool to see like some Giri stuff. I've already seen some Giri fan art that's been really awesome, so that's cool too. But yeah, any of the guys. I love all my little creatures.
Get on it, Donald. You got to make one for every single creature now. So I hope you're happy.
Please. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Nick, take it away.
All right. Yeah, from Beatstar. Will there be dwarves too?
Well, Paxman already said it. There shall be at some point.
I didn't say. I said gnomes.
You said
I thought-
no.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Are you
The hat separates them, I think.
are you saying that gnomes and dwarves are the same, Cody? Because I might have to have an HR meeting.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
gnomes and dwarves. I suppose they might. Maybe there will be dwarves
There's
if there
still
are
time.
gnomes. There's still
There's
time.
so many little creatures that I have
See?
that aren't
There
in
you
the
go.
demo. There's so
Hold
much
out
time.
hope, Beat. Yeah,
So
there
many
you
little
go.
guys.
Yeah, they'll be entirely the metal etching stage. All just acid on metal. Great.
All right.
Okay,
and
so that's
last
a
but not
hard
least-
yes. Got it.
Yeah. And yeah, last but not least, our question from Sheepover. First word is a baby.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone
I
remembers.
don't know what mine is.
If somebody
tried
remembers,
asking my
I don't
parents,
believe them.
and they weren't sure.
Oh, sure. I love that you went to a source.
I
Hey.
tried, and they tried looking for it because they were like, "Oh, maybe we have it written down somewhere," and they were like, "We can't find it."
Oh, that's wonderful.
We'll just
What's
we can just
the
lie.
ideal first word for a baby to say?
Their
What would
first
you
word, they
want?
all said
Mm.
earthbound at the same time, at the same age. They all said
Crazy.
earthbound.
So
I was said
true.
mother
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, so it wasn't even mother. That's how big of a fans they were.
Yeah. Incredible. Beautiful. Well, thanks as always, community members, for those lovely questions. If you want to get in on
thank
that,
you.
yeah, easiest way to do it is get in the Discord and just submit them when we announce an episode. But that brings us to the end of today's episode, and it looks like Nick is shrouded in darkness now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm
for the
just being
plug
consumed.
section of today's episode, yeah.
It's thematic.
Oh.
It's intentional.
Yeah. So, where can viewers and listeners find this game, everyone, or whoever would like to
Well,
answer?
go. It's on Steam. It's on itch.io. Play the demo there, and also go to the Kickstarter page. And most importantly of all, and check it out. If you are interested in the game, support us, and we will finish it so you can play it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
which
even go to
Kickstarter tier?
whatisgnomon.com.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yes, whatisagnomon.com is you can go there too. Yeah.
Very
Wow,
fun.
beautiful.
Things happen when you go to that link.
Excellent. And then I suppose for all of you, where could they find your work if you have individual tags you'd like to share? If not, we'll just have the studio tag. We could share that.
You can go
Otherwise.
to paxman.com, no www, to see all my stuff.
Beautiful.
I'm at gspins.nokogodo on Blue Sky, and on Twitch I'm gspins with 4 Z's. So
4 Z's.
4 Z's. All
4
the other ones
Z's,
are
remember that.
taken.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
And for me, I don't really post much on my regular accounts, so don't even really
enough,
bother
yeah.
following
Fair
me
enough.
there.
Yes,
Follow
you
the
can
game.
If you want to get in contact with me, you can email me at cody@nokogodo.com, or you can follow like our Nokogodo pages to see updates on the games, and that's pretty much it for me.
Beautiful. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. Cody, J Spins, Pax, all of you, thank you for coming on today.
Yes, thank you.
It was
Thank
a
you
real
for
pleasure.
having us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and thank you for
Absolutely.
making the game and
Yeah.
for your hard work, because it's as important as ever. You know, I said it before, but I do mean it. And it's been a pleasure talking to you, and we hope to have you on in the future. Wishing you the best of success with the game. And until
Thank you.
then, everybody, take care of yourselves and keep on gaming in the free world.